Hello students, today we are going to discuss types of experimental research part 2. Causal or experimental research is of two types, informal experimental design and formal experimental design. In the previous video we discussed types of informal experimental design. In this video we are going to discuss the types of formal experimental design. Formal experimental design is of four types: completely randomized design, randomized block design, Latin square design, and factorial design. We will discuss these types in detail. The first type is completely randomized design. Completely randomized design is also known as the single factor design and is useful in investigating the effect of one independent variable on the dependent variable. The independent variable will have a number of categories and each category is called a treatment level. In this design, the analysis of variance is performed to determine whether these treatments caused a significant difference in the outcomes among these units, that is the test units. So, replication of treatment are allocated to experimental units at random. The design can, however, measure only one type of variance which occurs between the treatments. The only concern in this design is that the impact of all the extraneous variables such as price, advertisement, and competitor strategies are assumed to be constant over all the treatment groups. It is this reason that this design is not very popular for use in marketing research problems. So the basic rule or the sequence of activities in this design will be: first is sampling. First of all, the sampling will be done. Then a random grouping. Third step is treatment, and then compare the results. This is the basic rule of completely randomized design. Let us understand it with the help of a conceptual diagram. Each experimental unit is randomly assigned to a random group to receive a different treatment. So please remember this basic rule. Like we have taken an experimental group that is called subjects, that is selected based on sampling. The first step in this design is sampling. So we have taken an experimental group on sampling. Then we have randomly assigned into group 1 and group 2. The second step is random groupings. So from the experimental units selected based on the sampling, we have done the groupings on a random basis into group 1 and group 2. The third step is treatment. So we have applied treatment 1 and 2 on both the groups, treatment 1 on group 1 and treatment 2 on group 2. The fourth step is compare the results. Then after applying the treatments on both the groups, we have compared the results. This is the fourth step. Dear students, please learn this basic rule: sampling, random groupings, treatment, and compare results. Let us understand it with the help of an example. For example, a researcher wants to conduct an experiment to determine which environment is best suited for studying, a library, in one's room or outside. एक रिसर्चर एक एक्सपेरिमेंट कंडक्ट करना चाहता है जिसमें कि वह ये देखना चाहता है कि स्टूडेंट्स के लिए कौन सा एनवायरनमेंट सबसे अच्छा है स्टडी करने के लिए, एक लाइब्रेरी या फिर उनका अपना रूम या फिर आउटसाइड। तो यहाँ पर यूनिवर्सिटी के 30 स्टूडेंट्स का एक सैंपल लिया गया है. We will follow this basic rule. We have taken a sample of 30 university students. This is the first step, that is sampling. Then second step is random grouping. So we have randomly assigned it into 3 groups. Group 1, 10 students. In group 2, there are 10 students, and in third group also 10 students. Then we have applied 3 treatments, treatment 1, 2, and 3 on the groups. Now the treatment 1 is library, means जो हमने 30 स्टूडेंट्स का ग्रुप लिया है उनको रैंडमली असाइन किए 3 ग्रुप्स में. हर एक ग्रुप में 10-10 स्टूडेंट्स हैं और हर एक ग्रुप को 3 ट्रीटमेंट्स दिए हमने. अब फर्स्ट ग्रुप को ट्रीटमेंट 1 दिया है कि वो स्टूडेंट्स हैं लाइब्रेरी में स्टडी करेंगे. सेकेंड ग्रुप को ट्रीटमेंट दिया है ट्रीटमेंट 2, मीन्स द स्टूडेंट्स विल स्टडी इन देयर ओन रूम. Third group has been given a treatment 3, means the students will study outside. So this is the third step. Fourth step is compare results. Now we will compare the results of three groups, that is treatment after applying treatment 1, 2 and 3. Now we will compare the results. So this is the completely randomized design. Please learn its basic rules: sampling, random groupings, treatment and compare results. There are 4 basic steps in this rule. Next is completely randomized block design. This is a second method of formal experimental design. Randomized block design is similar to completely randomized design, as there is only one treatment experimental variable being used. However, in the randomized block design, a second variable known as blocking variable is included, whose impact the researcher wants to control while measuring the impact of the treatment variable on the dependent variable. For example, a researcher wants to conduct an experiment to determine which environment is best suited for studying: a library, in one's own room, or outside. A total of 30 students from a university voluntarily participated in the experiment. Now, the researcher assumes that gender has no effect on the results. So here, blocking variable will be gender. Let us understand this with the diagram on the next slide. And the basic rule or the sequence of activities will be sampling, blocking, random groupings, treatment, and then compare results. The basic 4 steps are same as in the previous method. In the previous method, we studied 4 steps, that were sampling, random groupings, treatment, and compare result. In this method, one additional step is there, that is blocking. That is a step number 2. Here, additional element blocking has been introduced. That's why this method is called complete randomized block design. Let us understand it with the help of a conceptual framework. First, assign the people into blocks based on the characteristics that is expected to influence the response of the experimental units to the treatment. Then a completely randomized design is performed within each block. As we are carrying on our previous example, we have taken an example of 30 university students. यहाँ पर भी हम वही एग्जाम्पल ले रहे हैं, 30 यूनिवर्सिटी स्टूडेंट्स का हमने एक सैंपल लिया है. Here the blocking variable is gender, and we have divided these 30 students into 2 blocks, male block and female block. In male block there are 12 students, in female block there are 18 students. So this is block 1, male block is block 1 and female block is block 2. This is an additional element in this method. So let us understand it. We have taken a sample of 30 university students. Then blocking has been done. In block 1, male. Block 2 is female. There are 12 male students and 18 female students. Then the third step is random groupings. We have randomly assigned the male students in 3 groups, group 1, 2 and 3. In the same way, random groupings have been done of the female students in group 1, 2 and 3. 4 males in each group and 6 females in each group. Now the treatments are applied. The treatment one means the group 1 will study in library, group 2 will study in their own room, and group 3 will study outside. In the same way, in male and female both the groups, in the female, group 1 will study in library, and group 2 will study in their own room, and group 3 will study outside. Now we will compare the results of both the blocks. यहाँ पर दोनों blocks के results को compare किया जाएगा after applying the treatment. So here one additional element, that is blocking. We have done the blocking of the students into 2 blocks, male and female. Then we have randomly assigned the groups. Then we applied the treatment, then compare results. So this is completely randomized block design. Next is Latin square design. Latin square design is more effective than the randomized block design. In Latin square design, the researcher isolates 2 major variations causing extraneous variables in addition to the treatment influence. This design assumes that there is no interaction between the factors being measured. This design requires an expert experimenter to effectively conduct the experiment. It is a complex design as compared to the previous ones because it requires more efforts, cost, and time. Latin square design enables the researcher to control two blocking variables while measuring the impact of an experimental variable on the dependent variable. The Latin square design, however, requires that each of the two extraneous or blocking variables and the treatment variables be divided into an equal number of levels or categories. Let us understand it with the help of an example. Suppose a researcher wants to study the effect of varying fertility level of land, different quality of seeds with different fertilizers on crop. एक researcher स्टडी करना चाहता है इफेक्ट कि एक लैंड के डिफरेंट फर्टिलिटी लेवल्स का, डिफरेंट क्वालिटी ऑफ सीड्स का और डिफरेंट फर्टिलाइजर्स यूज करने का क्रॉप पर क्या इफेक्ट पड़ता है, हमारी प्रोडक्टिविटी पर क्या इफेक्ट पड़ेगा. सो हेयर आर डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल इज क्रॉप एंड इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल्स आर fertility level of land of various plots, that is IV1. Quality of seed, IV1 means independent variable 2. Quality of fertilizer, independent variable 3. So we have used three independent variables, different fertility levels of land, quality of seed, and quality of fertilizer, and dependent variable is crop. Let us understand this example with the following visuals. Like we have taken different fertility levels of land of various plots. Plot 1, plot 2, plot 3, plot 4, and plot 5. We have taken 5 plots. We have taken 5 quality of seeds, that are seed 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we are using 5 types of fertilizers, that are A, B, C, D, and E. These are the independent variable, and we will see the effect of these 3 independent variables on crop, that is dependent variable. So यहाँ पर हमने plot 1 में फर्टिलाइजर्स लिए हैं A, B, C, D एंड E. प्लॉट 1 में A टाइप का फर्टिलाइजर यूज किया है सॉइल की फर्टिलिटी को इंक्रीज करने के लिए. प्लॉट 2 में हमने यूज किया है B, प्लॉट 3 में C, 4 में D एंड प्लॉट 5 में E. नाउ वी विल यूज fertilizers B, C, D, E and A in plot 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. यहाँ पर जो हम फर्टिलाइजर्स लेंगे वो इस तरह से लेंगे, कोई भी फर्टिलाइजर एक प्लॉट में रिपीट ना हो. लाइक अगर प्लॉट 1 है तो उसमें हमारा सेम फर्टिलाइजर फिर से रिपीट नहीं होगा, डिफरेंट टाइप के फर्टिलाइजर्स हम हर टाइम में यूज करेंगे. तो नेक्स्ट टाइम C, D, E, A and B इन द सेम वे. रेपिटेशन नहीं होगी किसी भी फर्टिलाइजर की सेम प्लॉट में. After using the fertilizers to increase the fertility of soil in different plots, हमने यहाँ पर क्या किया है, we put the seeds, we sowed the seeds. यहाँ पर seeds को डाला गया हर एक प्लॉट में. अब हमने प्लॉट 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 में सीड 1 को यूज किया है, सीड 1 डाला गया. इसी तरह से फिर सीड 2 को हर एक प्लॉट में डाला गया, सीड 3 को, सीड 4 एंड सीड 5. तो यहाँ पर हमने फर्टिलाइजर मिक्स किया सबसे पहले सॉइल में हर एक प्लॉट में, और उसको हमें रिपीट नहीं करना. नेक्स्ट टाइम हमने सीड्स को यूज किया. देन we get various 25 outcomes of different types of seeds with varying fertility levels of land and different fertilizers. तो यहाँ पर हमें क्रॉप के रूप में आउटकम मिलेगी जो हमने डिफरेंट टाइप्स के सीड्स लिए हैं, डिफरेंट टाइप के फर्टिलाइजर्स लिए हैं, और उससे हमारी लैंड की फर्टिलिटी पे इफेक्ट पड़ेगा. जो हमारे डिफरेंट प्लॉट्स लिए गए हैं तो उसका हमारी क्रॉप्स पे क्या इफेक्ट पड़ता है वो हमें आउटकम के रूप में मिलेगा, जो कि हमारा डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल है. नेक्स्ट इज factorial design. Factorial design is used to examine the effect that the manipulation of at least 2 independent variables simultaneously at different levels has upon the dependent variable. Factorial design allows the researcher to measure not only the primary or main effect but also the interaction effects of different levels of the independent variables. The impact that each independent variable has on the dependent variable is referred to as the main effect, and the dependent variable may also be impacted by the interaction of the independent variable. This is called interaction effect. The design of an experiment addresses the questions outlined above by stipulating the following factors, that are: the first is the factors to be tested, the levels of those factors, and the structure and layout of experimental runs or conditions. Let us understand it with the help of an example. We are taking an example of a cake. हम यहाँ पे केक बनाना चाहते हैं, ओवन में हम केक बनाना चाहते हैं। तो आपको केक बनाने के लिए क्या क्या फैक्टर्स चाहिए? फैक्टर्स आर कॉल्ड द वेरिएबल्स और द इनपुट्स। क्या आपको वेरिएबल्स चाहिए? फैक्टर्स, फर्स्ट फैक्टर होगा ओवन। अब ओवन में लेवल क्या होगा हमारा? देयर आर थ्री थिंग्स: फैक्टर, लेवल्स एंड रिस्पॉन्सेज। अब केक बनाने के लिए फर्स्ट फैक्टर है आपका ओवन, उसका लेवल, उसकी सेटिंग क्या की जाएगी? उसका टेम्परेचर कितना रखना है आपको। सेकेंड फैक्टर इज शुगर। शुगर का लेवल क्या होगा? यू कैन मेजर द क्वांटिटी ऑफ शुगर विद द हेल्प ऑफ अ कप, कि कितने कप आप शुगर के उसमें यूज कर रहे हो, कितनी क्वांटिटी शुगर की यूज कर रहे हो, दैट इज अ लेवल। फ्लोर, अगेन फ्लोर का लेवल क्या होगा? मेजरिंग कप हो सकता है आपका, कितनी क्वांटिटी फ्लोर की आप यूज करोगे केक बनाने में। एग्स, हाउ मेनी नंबर ऑफ एग्स यू आर यूजिंग, कितने एग्स आप उसमें यूज करोगे। सो दीज फैक्टर्स एंड देयर लेवल्स, it gives responses. Responses are the outcomes or the characteristics. तो ये जितना जो भी हमने फैक्टर्स यूज किए हैं उसका कितना कितना लेवल हमने यूज किया है, उसका हमारे केक के टेस्ट, कलर और कंसिस्टेंसी पे इफेक्ट आ सकता है। तो दिस इज द characteristics, taste, color and consistency. So factor is the inputs to the processes. Factors can be classified as either controllable or uncontrollable variables. In this case, the controllable variables are the ingredients for the cake and the oven that the cake is baked in. The controllable variables will be referred to throughout the material as factors. Note that the ingredients list was shortened for this example. This could be many other ingredients that have a significant effect on the end result. That can be oil, water, flavoring, mixing methods, sequence of mixing, cook. So these can be the different factors. Next is level. What is level? Levels or settings of each factor in the study. Example include in the oven temperature settings and the particular amounts of sugar, flour and eggs chosen for evaluation. Next is response. Response or output of the experiment. In the case of cake baking, the taste, consistency, appearance of the cake are the measurable outcomes potentially influenced by the factors and their respective levels. Let us understand it with the help of two experiments. We have taken experiment 1 and experiment 2. Here there are two independent variables. Teaching method A is an independent variable and teaching method B is another independent variable in both the experiments. लेवल 1 इज लो IQ ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स। लेवल, अब यहाँ पर हमारे पास दो तरह के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, एक वो स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिनका IQ लेवल लो है, दूसरे हैं जिनका IQ लेवल हाई है। तो यहाँ पर जब हमने दोनों तरह के स्टूडेंट्स पे, लो IQ वाले और हाई IQ वाले स्टूडेंट्स पर टीचिंग मेथड ए अप्लाई किया और टीचिंग मेथड बी अप्लाई किया, तो हमारे पास कुछ मीन स्कोर्स आए हैं। अब इन मीन स्कोर्स को कंपेयर किया जाएगा दोनों एक्सपेरिमेंट्स में। तो जो हमारा जो फर्स्ट है उसमें हमारा जो टीचिंग मेथड ए और बी, उन दोनों का सेम इफेक्ट नहीं आया, डिफरेंट इफेक्ट आया दोनों इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल्स का। सो इंटरेक्शन occurs when the influence of one independent variable is different at different levels of another independent variable. A strong interaction, the effect of one level of the independent variable is opposite of the other level. And the second experiment, both the lines are parallel, means teaching method A and teaching method B, they are having the same effect. No interaction, the lines are parallel. The effect of both independent variables is same. So this was the factorial design. The types of factorial design. Factorial design is of two types: simple factorial design and complex factorial design. It is also known, simple factorial design is also known as 2 by 2 square design. And this design, we can examine the interaction between the treatments and levels and hence can conclude whether the treatments and levels are independent or not. a combination of one level for each factor in the experiment. Complex factorial design. This design is the extension of simple factorial design. As the number of variables increase, greater would be the interaction. As a result, it becomes more complex. An experiment containing all possible experimental treatments possibly replicated a number of times. So these were the types of formal experimental design. I hope you must have enjoyed this video lecture. If this video is useful for you, please like the video, share this video with your friends, and subscribe my YouTube channel for more such useful videos. Thank you.